Morning Crew with Rob and Liz. Good morning. Special guest in the room. Of course, Rob is going to be having his surgery a little later on today. But Brian Sumner, it is so cool to hang out with you.
Well, it's great to hang out with you, especially, we're like neighbors office-wise.
In offices,
and
yeah.
I hear a lot of laughter out of the room. You are like the life of the party.
It's funny because, so my office mate, Tony, and I, we start cracking up, and then I hear the door shut. And that's Brian like, I've got work to do. But then we pull you in, then we all crack up. So, we have fun.
There's some days, and it's just like, I've got to get this done. I've got to get this done. This sounds like a party. I want to be a part of it. But I got to put in the earbuds and shut. But I shut it gently. I shut it gently.
No, I know. And I'm like, so then Tony and I will stop and go, oh, we're being too loud. And so we know, but we love you. So
and you may be wondering about Rob. Rob's got surgery this morning, so I know he would appreciate your prayers. And Becky, what's on your mind checking in this morning?
I love everything y'all did for Rob yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's the way send somebody off into surgery right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, he's very thankful and appreciative for your prayers, too. He goes into surgery, I think, about 11 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, definitely. We appreciate it.
I was going to tell y'all that we've been praying for Rob, and my grandson has been with us a lot. And last night when I was praying, he mentioned his name first, and I thought that was pretty cool.
How old is he? What's his name?
His name's Parker. He's 4.
Oh, thank you, Becky,
and
for
calling us. We were doing prayers, yeah.
His Morning Crew.
Did you see what Johnny Diaz did over the weekend?
What did he do?
His radio artist, Johnny Diaz, the song Breathe. And so there was just a picture of him in a coffee shop somewhere. And it's like, if you remember years ago, there used to be, I could have had a V8, one of those moments,
yeah.
And he's pounding his head. So he said, had a concert this weekend, drove 5 hours to another state, got there, and the concert's next weekend. He said, what dumb thing have you done lately? And he goes, 27-year-old Johnny would have been angry at himself all the way driving home.
Sure.
37-year-old Johnny was able to laugh about it a bit, and got some books and podcasts and sermons I'll be listening to on the way back. And he says, I know God will take my dumb lemons and make lemonade out of it. So he started the whole post saying, what dumb thing have you done lately?
What have you done?
Well, lately.
Yeah, lately, I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. Well, when I immediately thought about that, I thought about 11th grade.
Uh-huh.
And I got caught cheating in Algebra 2. No. So somebody had posted a thing, what book made you cry? For me, it was Algebra. That book made me cry. I was so lost in that class.
Right.
And so I just, we started, the only way I was getting through the class was cheating. So I went from a 100% average 1/6 grade or 6-week period. The next 6-week period, my grade came out, it went to a 62.
That's because you were caught cheating.
I was caught. Well, and that was with him giving me 15 points. I had a 47.
He gave you
I had a 47. He curved me up, but I was still down there pretty low.
He's like, I'm going to curve you, but you're still going to be hanging down here, so you got to work hard.
But it wasn't because I was lazy or anything like that. I was lost. And that was the only way. And so, man, I had the talking to from the parents and the grounding and.
But it makes a profound effect on you, doesn't it? I took me and my cousin. Her parents had gone out on a date with another couple, and so their car was there. And she and I got a hankering. We wanted some Funyuns and some Dr. Pepper. So we decided, well, we'll just take her car. And we did, without permission. I was like 13.
You were 13 and you borrowed a vehicle.
It was awful. Like, we just went around the corner. I don't even know to this day that she knows that. I don't know if her daughter... I told my mom, and I was like, that was the dumbest thing ever.
My gosh. All right. So maybe you've done something dumb, but God took those dumb lemons and made lemonade out of it. Love to hear that. 800-447-7234. You can call the text.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
So last weekend, Johnny Diaz thought he had a concert 5 hours away in another state. Got there, realized it wasn't until this coming weekend. What dumb thing have you done lately? God has taken your dumb lemons and made them lemonade.
Yeah, well, I got mad at my mom one time. What kid hasn't? And I must have been, 7 years old, 8 years old, something like that. Anyway, so I got mad and I was leaving. I was just leaving. So I went out and I got a big stick out of the yard.
You didn't do that.
I did. I got a bandana.
Oh, no.
Wrapped it on the end.
hobo thing?
And then I put I don't even know. I probably put a stuffed animal. I remember I put a shirt. And I'm like, now at my age going, you didn't have no pants. Just a shirt. I was going to change my shirt every day. So that was my dumb thing. One of my dumb things, I'll say.
And God can do that, man. Take our dumb lemons and make some lemonade. Shannon, what happened with you?
I had a baby at 17 and went on to raise him, and he is now 19 and has been such a blessing in our lives.
Oh, but at the time, man, you thought, man, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Well, the things leading up to it, and yeah.
Sure.
Definitely not keeping him, but.
Thank you, Shannon. You have a great day, and thanks for sharing that with us.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Do you stream a lot? Did you cut the
I
cord
love
on
when
cable?
I'm hiking and I stop by. Oh, that's a different kind of
streaming
No,
of shows.
I am so low tech, and
Yeah.
I'm just an old man. I just have an antenna.
Do you really?
Yeah, I get like 6 channels.
Like rabbit ears and tinfoil?
Pretty much.
Oh my
God.
God.
Much.
You were getting looks in the room.
I know.
Okay.
I'm the old man on the porch. Get off my lawn, you whippersnappers.
Well, those whippersnappers are going to be celebrating if they don't already know about it. Hulu, if you are into streaming, unlike Brian.
Is that that thing with the hoop? In
No, it's a hula hoop.
Oh, hula hoop. Okay.
Yeah.
Hulu. Okay.
Hulu,
Okay.
yes. Their streaming service for college students has been dropped to $1.99 a month. You got to be at least 18, and you have to be enrolled in a college or university. So I don't even know.
$1.99?
Right. See, I tried Hulu for a while. I didn't care. I never watched it. I didn't care for it. And so I was like, why am I paying for this? I do have streaming services. I have Disney and a couple of others, but I dropped Hulu.
Okay.
But it is now at that price. It started on Monday.
Okay.
If you're into streaming.
So if you're a college student, you get Hulu for $1.99.
$1.99. Here's my thing. I wonder, because I know a lot of people share their passwords or their, streaming services. So is that something they could share with mom and dad? Is that above board to do that? I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, it would be the win-win for the college students if they kicked in a box of ramen noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Ramen noodles
Spend
and
another
Hulu
$1 and get 5
and they're
boxes.
ready to go.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
I don't know why you're amazed at this.
I don't know. I guess I don't see too many antennas around, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Believe me, I'm not. Before my daddy passed away, he would not give in to cable.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not paying for it.
I love cable.
Yeah.
I had cable for years when I lived in Tennessee. And then when we were making the move to his radio and coming to the Carolinas and Georgia, we were like, okay, we're not going to get cable when we first move. And I was like, we're not. And I was like shaking. And because I love college football and sports and ESPN and things like that. My wife says, nope, we're not going to get it when we move. We'll wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's been almost 9 years ago. And we still haven't.
Well, you
learn to live without it.
Well, and you can get the ESPN app and all that good stuff, right?
I go home, I visit my mom. She's got cable. She's got 96 channels, and I flip through, and I can't find anything on.
He never gets up and does anything with mom. Just sits there. I'm just kidding. No, Asha said, I only have antenna TV. She gets 30-something channels, no internet where she lives out in the country beyond her phone, so she doesn't even deal with it. And she sent us a picture, and it's just kind of up in the corner of her house. But yeah, I mean, she gets by without it.
Same kind of antenna thing I've got. Yeah. So, okay, Joyce, same with you. No, you got antenna, but no internet?
I haven't had internet or cable in my house in 11 years.
Wow.
Just an antenna, and I'm like, way to go. They're right there with them.
So what was the reason behind it? Why did you say, I am not doing this cable thing anymore?
Just, the money, I think there's nothing worth watching anyway on TV. I don't need this.
Awesome. Thank you, Joyce. Thanks for texting us, and thanks for listening.
Oh, I love it. I love you guys.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Have you heard the rumors?
What's the rumor?
Chris Pratt, Indiana Jones, maybe being cast in the Indiana Jones 5.
I can see that. I see that. Yeah, he fits in that role perfectly, if you ask me.
I'm trying to picture Chris Pratt. It's the fifth installment of the movie. Harrison Ford's going to be back as Indiana Jones. He's going to be like a young Indy. Chris Pratt would be, and then if they'll spin it off, they'll be able to have him. Because Harrison Ford's 912.
He really is. But we got to back up just a second. So you said, I'm trying to place who Chris Pratt is.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Are you kidding me right now?
No,
you don't know who Chris Pratt is? Well, okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great soundtrack.
You don't like the movie?
I've never seen it.
Okay. Jurassic World.
No, I've not seen that. No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No,
Parks and Rec, which I don't watch that, but I know that he was on that show.
Parks and...
Okay, so that's a no.
No.
I'm going to go a different direction. Bride Wars.
No.
So you've never seen Guardians, you've never seen... Do you watch movies, Brian?
Yeah.
Like, what do you watch?
Tombstone. John Wayne. I watch John Wayne westerns. Let me see. What have I watched?
I will say I like Tombstone.
Mr. Rogers. I've seen
Neighborhood.
Yeah. I like that. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I don't think we must have different taste in movies. Then,
we definitely do.
Okay. Well,
never seen Guardians of Jurassic World. My mind is blown, and I still love you.
I feel like I'm being shamed.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you've heard about this, Liz, but man, they're cranking out the tunes in Jupiter.
Right.
FM signals were.
How does that even work? I am no scientist. I love like astronomy and that kind of thing, but one of the moons had an FM signal.
Yeah, Ganymede or whatever the moon. It was some crazy name of the moon there, but the Juno spacecraft picked it up. First time detection. I think it was like 1966 or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that,
mid-50s, I think it was.
Mid-50s, something like 66 years ago. So I think basically it's like space Wi-Fi.
Which is so weird. I can't get Wi-Fi at my house. Like sometimes, and somebody on Jupiter's got Wi-Fi, and I know it's not the same thing. Yeah. But I don't know. So I wonder, like, if there were an FM radio station.
Yeah, what they would listen to.
What they would listen to.
I don't know, but I have a feeling they'd be listening to some space jams.
Oh, Brian.
His morning crew.
Back in December, Chris and Nicole, they were just at home with their kids. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Chris and Nicole. They are retired firefighters.
Oh, okay.
They have fostered 34 kids.
No.
They really have. And they're fairly young, they look to me. But anyway, so they have adopted a couple of kids. They have adopted Erin. She's a toddler. She's 22 months. And then they also adopted Elijah, who's 2. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they're at home. This was early December. And they all went to bed, and they started smelling something was burning, right? So mom wakes up. She gets her husband, Chris. She's like, we got to get the kids and get out of here. So they have 2 kids that they got out of the house, right? So then they realized they got to get baby Erin, who's 22 months. She's in her crib. They go to her room. They can't get in because the flames are already outside the door, right? They get outside. And they're thinking, how am I going to get in? Chris can't get in the window at all. I don't know if it's too small or what's happening. Eli, little boy, he's about 7 years old. Mm-hmm. He says, I'll get her.
Oh, my gosh.
I've got cold chills. They push him up through the window. He grabs his 22-month-old baby sister, comes back out the window, and jumps down to Dad. He said, because of course, reporters are asking, mom and dad are asking, why'd you do it? And he said, well, I thought I couldn't do it. But then I said, I got her, Dad. I was scared, but I didn't want my sister to die.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? He's 7. The family lost everything, right? The community came together. They did a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
They've raised at least, at last count, $362,000 to help this family rebuild. I mean, look at all the good that they've done. Now their community is supporting them.
There you go. And so whenever you think the negative stories are ruling the day, you hear a story of a 7-year-old boy who saved his sister's life.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Okay, so as a kid, oh my goodness, and I got so kind of upset with my mom when she got rid of my baseball cards. I collected baseball cards as a kid. So think about this: a set of cards going for $750,000.
What kind of cards are these? Do I have these?
We're not talking baseball. We're not
Okay.
We're not talking basketball. We're not talking hockey. We're talking Pokemon.
Pokemon card. Pokemon card. Wait a minute.
Pokemon.
So I know the boys in the room are very excited. I can't tell you how many Pokemon cards I have thrown away.
Really?
From my boys. I know. All the guys are looking at each other like, what? I have a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old who collected these over the years, probably spent hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Well, there's a set of first edition Pokemon cards headed to auction, expected to fetch about $750,000. You may have thrown away, Liz.
Oh,
you may have thrown. Think about that. Oh,
okay. Wait a minute. I have another in. TJ, do you have like a full set of cards?
I don't have the full set of cards, but I have the original, like 150 or however many there were at the start. Like, I have a good bit of those and no other ones other than those.
Are they in good condition?
Oh, yeah. I put them in the little, like, sleeve packs and a little binder and everything. They're in great condition.
Right? I think both the boys are into. Did you have them, Ian?
Oh, yeah. I had a little sleeve book full of them, too, but I came in a little later. If he had some of the first ones, I had, like,
Nerd
the third
alert,
generation.
Nerd alert. Nerd alert. Oh, come on.
Right? Oh, wow. So, Mom, Dad, go looking through the kids'
That's
Pokemon
right.
cards.
Bidding on these cards begin on Monday and runs to the end of this month. Oh, Pokemon cards. $750,000.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm so disappointed that the Olympics, which are happening in Tokyo, may be canceled. A lot of people, especially the people who live in Japan, are like, why are we going to go ahead with this? 80% of people are saying we don't want this to happen. They want the Olympics, obviously, but they don't want the outbreak. But I was sad when it was canceled or postponed this past summer.
Yeah, so 2020 Olympics moved to 2021 and about 80% of the people, because there's been a surge in cases in Tokyo. And we're talking like 15,000 athletes alone, not counting the support staff and the coaches and things like that. And we're talking Olympics and Paralympics athletes that would be coming in for the games. So they may not happen coming up here. I think it's, June or July?
Something like that. But what's your favorite summer Olympic sport? Like, do you get into any of the Olympics?
I like Winter Olympics better.
I like winter. Well, I do, because I like the ice skating and the speed skating.
Oh, that's like the bobsled and the skeleton.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys just
Not
flying
curling?
down the hill. Oh, I love curling. I love curling because I think that's the one Olympic sport I could probably be a part of. That's like, hey, there's an old fat guy. He can be a curler.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Every now and then, I get stressed out. I mean, I know you don't believe that ever. Ever do I get stressed out? But when I get stressed out, we live way out in the country.
Do you really?
Yeah. And I go on the back deck sometimes.
You don't.
And I do. I just let loose. Like, I scream. Because sometimes you're just at a point, it's better to me to do that, to get it out, so I don't scream at someone. It's just more frustration.
Well, they're saying a good scream will help with stress. It won't take it away. It's kind of like a Band-Aid. You still got to deal with the issues that are there. But for that moment, just getting it all out and just letting it rip.
Yeah, it feels like a reboot to me. Honestly,
okay.
You know, like, okay, now I can breathe.
Do you need a reboot this morning?
You know, I'm not frustrated, but I mean, when I go on the back deck, and we don't have neighbors that are real close to us, but I wonder sometimes if they hear me. Do you want me to? Guys, y'all ready?
All right.
Ready? I'm backing way off. Okay. And if you are frustrated this morning, let me say this. If you are frustrated this morning and you're in the car, maybe don't do it in the office, but if you're in the car, just scream along with it. I'll even count down, okay?
Oh, we're going to all scream. All right.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Wow.
That felt good.
Wow.
See, I wasn't even stressed, but I could lie down and take a nap now.
Could you really? All right. I'm just going to type with the caps lock on.
His morning crew.
His morning crew with Rob and Liz. I'm Brian in for Rob today, and hope having a great Wednesday.
Yeah.
Man, off to a great start. We screamed a little bit ago. We got the scream therapy out. Everybody's feeling a little bit better, kind of.
No, Kelly texted and she was like, I needed that. So, Kelly, I'm glad. I didn't need it necessarily this morning, but from time to time you do. You know what would also help alleviate some stress? You ever have one of those body pillows, like you just snuggle into it? You know what I'm talking about? Or is that a woman thing? I don't know.
My wife has one.
Okay, so maybe it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I love snuggling in a big pillow. I do.
Yeah, but if they did maybe a body pillow that a guy would like, maybe after their favorite soft drink.
It's happening.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, there's going to be a Mountain Dew Snuggie pillow. I'm calling it a Snuggie pillow. I don't know if it's actually called Snuggie pillow.
Oh my gosh.
4.5 feet tall or long, I guess I should say.
Okay.
So that's a real snuggle.
Yeah.
4.5. But, so Mountain Dew, which my family, I don't drink it as much, but my husband and my kids really like Diet Mountain Dew.
They do the do.
They do the do. DMD is what we call it at the house. We need more DMD. But yeah, so Mountain Dew keeps coming out with new flavors.
Yeah.
They keep trying to attract new audiences. They even have a watermelon flavored one that's coming out. They have a cookbook. So you can take Mountain Dew and make cakes and whatever.
Okay. Have you done that yet with Lizz's Ugly Bakery?
I have not made I have not for Liz's Ugly Bakery. I've made a 7-Up pound cake.
Okay.
It's so good. So I'm thinking Mountain Dew's going to be kind of the same thing.
No, it's the Dew.
Is it the Dew?
It's a little bit different. So this is coming out, I believe, in March, right?
It is. We got a little while.
You can get that.
To
Okay.
wait. And you can go on their website and you can get it. It's 1.5 feet wide, basically. So it's a big, like, substantial pillow that you can just snuggle all your stress out of.
So you're telling me you can do the snooze?
Oh my.